Jesus, calm down. Hi guys, I'm back with another little video for you guys. A week or so ago, I made a purchase from ColourPop with the intention of doing a full face tutorial. And I tweeted out a little poll just to see, like, you know, if any of the people that followed me were interested. I got a few yeses, I got a few nos. Shout out to those nos, really keeps me humble. And also, I got a tweet from none other than ColourPop themselves saying that I should do it. And now it's too late to back out. They already know of my existence. If I don't do it now, they're gonna think I'm a pussy. So here I am with the full face of ColourPop Cosmetics. I thought this would be a perfect video because just recently they released foundation, powder, they expanded their concealer range, so I thought, why not? So without further ado, here is my one brand full face tutorial. Disclaimer, I will not be using the ColourPop setting sprays or primers. I'm going to start with the eyes. I'm going to be using the Dream Street palette. Can you see it? That packaging? Super cute. This is a collaboration with Kathleen Lights, I believe, and I was really drawn to the colors of this palette. I'm going to start with Potion. This is an M535 brush, a big old fluffy brush. I'm just going to do this to just put a little color in the crease. So this is my first time using the powder formula of the shadows, and so far color payoff is super cute. Usually when I use a concealer as a primer and I don't set it with the powder, the first shade I put on top comes out really patchy, but I don't see that happening with this, so I don't know if it's the concealer or the powder or both, but it's cute. Next, I'm going to use my e.l.f. Blendy brush. These are my favorites. I feel like it might be a dupe for the 317 MAC. I remember when I first started watching YouTube, that was a huge brush for the makeup world. If you didn't have it, you couldn't consider yourself a makeup artist. I just took a little bit of Elfish, which is the dark brown. I'm just going to put that on the outside of my eye. Not going higher than the crease. I just want that depth right there. Now for the fun part, I'm going to take this filthy, disgusting Wet n Wild brush. It is just the flat, like, shady brush. I got this palette because of that teal color, and I'm going to use that teal color. It's called Water Bearer. I'm just going to put this on my lid. Ooh. She's cute and smooth. Look at that application. Holy shit. That's really pretty. That is very pretty. I'm going to take a little bit of Elfish. I'm just going to blend out the edge of the blue so it blends into the brown. In a perfect world, I would be doing a beautifully elegant cut crease right now, but this isn't a perfect world and I don't know how to do cut creases. So this, I think, is the closest I'm ever gonna get to a beautiful cut crease. I want some shimmer up in this B, so I'm gonna go in with Mermaid Boy on top of Water Bearer. Okay, that one, now I'm getting a little more fallout because I think I have a lot on my brush. Next, I want to add some darkness to my lash line. They were completely sold out of the pencil eyeliner, so I got the cream gel color in the pots. I got it in Swirl, which is the black. I'm not the best at pot eyeliner. I'm really good at pen, but I already started, I already went for it, and I have to finish it because I'm not gonna fuck up this whole eye. Ooh, she glides. Yeah, it's super creamy. I really like the formula. The thing I'm worried about is I've tried cream pot eyeliners before. I tried one from, I believe, NYX, and at first it was cool, it worked, and then it dried completely. See, and then when it dries up, it gets not smooth and it tugs, and you get gross looking eyeliner. Okay. It doesn't look terrible, but you know it's not what it's supposed to look like. And I don't know if you can see that, probably not, but it dried up, and when you try to go over it, it just crumbles away, which it's not something unique to this liner, but it is something I wish didn't happen at all. Now it's the fun part. Now it's skin. Like I said, not ColourPop, but if you're curious, I use the NYX Angel Veil, and I've been using this little sample of the Becca Velvet Blurring Primer, which I really like. It's the first product that advertises blurring pores or minimizing pores, and naturally does it. That shade to the Milk Setting Spray, I had to return it and exchange it for another one because I got it because it advertised that it blurred pores, and it did nothing of the sort. I have been using these skin products, so the foundation, the concealer, the powder, so I have a little more idea of how I like using them. The one thing I will say, the foundation, I have not found a way to use these that has left the foundation lasting for longer than a few hours. Literally by my 4th hour, my foundation is cracky. I've never really seen how people could describe a foundation as crumbly, but this foundation has showed me that. So I'm hoping, you know, maybe it's just the way I prime. I'll just like experiment with the priming. Maybe I'll find another way that doesn't leave me looking crumbly in 4 hours. But as of now, every time I've used it, my face has looked crumbly in just like, I'm not even exaggerating, about 4 hours. But this is the ColourPop No Filter Foundation in the shade Medium Dark 115, and I actually did get the foundation brush F16. Oh my god, is that how red I look? Fuck. I will give this foundation this. It has really nice coverage. One pump, and I covered a good portion of my face. And also, oh my god, also, what was I gonna say? When I ordered it, I matched it to the Fenty shade that I was matched to in Sephora. But after I ordered it, I realized that the Fenty shade I used actually doesn't really match me that well. So I got it. I already knew it was going to be too light. So I emailed customer service, and apparently there's no returns or exchanges with ColourPop. But they did send me this survey I could take, and it just asked me some questions, basically for anyone that got the wrong shade, because obviously it was expected. I hope I look somewhat normal. Believe it or not, this is the closest to my shade. I got that because I was, I think, one of the first 100 customers to either buy it or to contact them about it. So they basically just sent me these two for free, because according to the answers I gave them, these were the two they thought would match me the closest. Now this was the first concealer shade I got that was supposed to be my actually concealing shade, but turned out to be a wonderful highlight. It is the shade Medium 26. These concealers, a little goes a long way, I've found. So you don't need to do like a whole ass thick ass triangle under your eye. They are a thicker consistency. I also like using my Real Techniques targeted blending brush. Both products blend out very nicely. I decided not to get both the pressed powder and the loose powder. I just got the loose powder. I have more practice with loose powders. That is my preferred way of setting my face. I always go in with a damp sponge, and it really helps melt it under my eye. This is the translucent shade. I believe there's 3 shades. Also, this powder, the concealer, top-notch team. I went to an amusement park the other day. I wore the foundation, the concealer, and the powder. And in 4 hours, like I said, the foundation was gross, crumbly, basically gone. But the concealer was still there, which actually made my face look worse because everywhere else I looked red and under my eyes it looked yellow. But you have to appreciate a good wear in a concealer. And she's done. That is my base. I'm gonna repeat this again and again. I really hope I don't look as scary as I think I look, because that would be absolutely terrifying for you guys. Okay, next, I did get a powder duo for my face. I got one with a bronzer, contour, and a highlight. This has the shade Opening Act and Main Attraction. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild angled brush. This is actually my really favorite brush to contour. Also, gonna be honest, I'm not crazy about contouring my face anymore. I think it makes me look older and uglier. But I'll do it for you guys. I'm sorry if in real life it looks okay, but then on camera you can see how rough it is. Like, I'm so sorry. Now I have blush in the shade Cheerio, and I also have it in the shade Quarters, which actually I love this one. I like a nice burnt orange shade, and this was like a deep a little purple. So I'm gonna go in with Quarters. Oh my god. Now it's time for my brows. I have the ColourPop brow pencil. I got the shade Black and Brown, which is one of the darker ones. I really have no complaints for the brow pencil. It lasts for me. It's a really nice color. It comes in a variety of shades. Also, sorry, again, not ColourPop. I use the e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. I didn't have to buy any new lip products because I legit have a bad amount from ColourPop. I'm really taking the risk going with a dark lip and a dark eye. But fuck it, not like I'm leaving my room. When these are brand new, they're great. They really are, I promise you. This one's just a little old, a little past its time, I believe. But I mean, okay, I guess I'm dramatic today. Final thoughts. So, palette first. The packaging, super cute. I love the color scheme. I do wish it had a mirror. That would make it a lot easier when traveling. The formula itself, really blendable. I like that the color really stood out in this one and also in the brown. Neither one was a letdown, which I'm really happy about. And this was on sale. It was really affordable. So palette, 9 out of 10, only because I still don't know how well it wears. Eyeliner, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of pot eyeliners. I prefer pencils or pens. I have not had the best experience with cream liner. It dried out completely in a very short amount of time. It was a waste of money. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen with this one. But, you know, it did glide on very nicely. It allowed me to make somewhat very nice wings. For someone that doesn't use this formulation a lot, I'm proud with how they came out. I usually mess up a lot more than this, so kudos to me. 4 gold stars. Next, the foundation. You guys already know I am not a fan of the foundation. Maybe it's just my skin because I'm oily. Maybe it's the way I've primed the full coverage. I'm a fan of. As you saw, that first wipe really covered up a lot of my face, which I'm a fan of. I love just slapping on a nice mask. What I'm not a fan of is it doesn't last that long, and it looks really, really gross when it starts wearing out. It looks, no joke, crumbly, cracky. I am a fan of the packaging. I like how simple it is. I like that you can twist the cap, lock it, and keep from making a mess. Concealers. These are super, super good. I actually love these a lot. A full 5 stars from me. A little goes a long way, which is going to assure me it lasts me a long time. I feel like this is very opaque for a concealer. It's really blendable as well. I've been able to blend with a brush and a sponge. I like the wide range of shades and undertones they have. They recently just expanded it as well. I hope it's inclusive for people at the extremes of the spectrum. The powder. I really like this as well. It is very thinly milled. I believe it does come in either 3 or 2 shades, one for darker tones, one for medium tones, and one for like translucent, which is one I have. The eyebrow pencil. I really like that it had the spoolie. Again, that's very useful. Also that it had a cover. Yes. The formula of itself, really creamy. It just glided on my skin, glided over my hairs. So this gets a nice strong 4 smiley faces. But I believe that concludes my tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you guys have tried any of these products, leave your opinions below. Have a nice day, guys. I'll see you next time.
I walk past the bleak walls of an architect's on imagination, returning to the venue where we held our very first conversation.